How's it going? My name is Johnathan Burkhardt and I race a Nissan Versa. Why a Versa? When I first got the car, I didn't even know what autocross was. I just got out of the Marine Corps and was going to school and was just looking for something that wasn't an automatic, had a manual transmission, and was a hatchback. I didn't want a two-door or anything because just with the kind of things that I was doing in my life, it's just a lot easier to have something like that. On my way home from school one day, and at the time I was living with my dad, and he gave me a call. He was like, hey, there's a guy coming into town, and he happens to have a car that I saw online. You might want to come check it out. 2 hours later, had the contract signed, had the loan all taken care of, and I was giving the guy a ride home from Ville Platte to Bunkie, and it was a proud owner of a 07 Nissan Versa. Then I started to get the itch to kind of do something with it, do some kind of motorsports with it. My uncle gave me Doug Narby's contact information. He's been autocrossing for 20 years now. And I contacted him and bugged him on the phone a bunch, stuff like that, and him and Jim Vayon, and eventually made my way out to Lake Charles for my first event at Burton Coliseum, and just been hooked ever since. Since I got it, I've done a lot of different modifications on it. The most recent and noticeable one was a MR20 engine swap out of a Nissan Sentra, and that brought the horsepower up to a whopping 140, and the foot-pounds, or the torque, up to just over 140 as well. Besides the motor, over the past 3 years, I've done a lot of different things to it, mostly suspension work, because I always realized that it's not a powerhouse. I'm never going to gain time in the straights, and it's always going to be the turns where I really get my power from. I've got a DC Sports strut bar in the front. I've got a Tanabe lower brace in the front as well. I've got some polyurethane sway bar bushings I actually had to get for a car from Russia that happened to fit it. I've done a polyurethane transmission mount insert from Powerflex. I had to get that from the UK. Put a NRG engine brace to complement the torque mount to keep the engine in place a little bit. Racing line short shifter kit that I put in, and later on Doug Narby from Temple of Boom actually rebuilt transmission linkage mount for me. Made a really good difference on how the gears feel on there. Got a lot of things from Versa Speed. Bob's really the only guy out there who's really tried to make a direct store for this car. He's made a lot of really good products for it. That is stainless steel brake line kit. I've also got his seat adapters. I was able to put in a Sparco seat with that. Also have the DC Sports exhaust header that he did a lot of work on getting developed. I've also got the DC Sports catback exhaust system. Still have the stock OEM catalytic converter on there. Got a set of crash bolts in the front. Brought the camber in by about 2 degrees. Also have Takiko Blue shocks, along with Megan Racing lowering springs. Got a carbon fiber hood on there, save some weight. One of the more noticeable things right away. So as it's my daily driver, also upgraded the stereo system on there. Mostly do autocross here in Louisiana with Southwest Louisiana region of Sports Car Club of America, and been running with them. This is my second full season. Last year I was street touring compact champion for the region. Since then I switched to STS, and after I blew the motor and switched to the larger one, I switched to SMF, and I hope to get out to the Pro Solos in the next year or so. It's a car that just works well for me. I get a really big kick out of doing things different from other people, and I think that it really helps to embody what the SCCA and the autocross is all about. It's just run what you got. When I first started doing this and I started going to the regional events, a lot of people just would always look at me funny and think that it was kind of a joke. But after I kind of got a little decent at autocross, started to show through the driving, and the car started to actually turn some heads. And now it's really funny. I go to an event in a different area, and I'll hear people off to the side that are like, "Hey, that's that Versa. This guy's running a Versa? That thing's got to be super slow." And then someone just chirps up like, "Oh, no, this is totally different." So it's a lot of fun. It just totally messes with people, and it gets a lot of people going. They really enjoy seeing it. And since I started tracking it, people have really been enjoying it, and that's kind of one of the things I like to kind of put on a show for people and do things differently.